lights go out. The Union Jack is lowered and the new flag of Jamaica raised.
Present! Out!
Jamaica has indeed come a far way with its development in education, and we have to take a moment to honor some of the institutions that have made incredible progress in their education system. These learning centers have proven that all things are possible and that training in different skills like the arts and agriculture is not something to be overlooked. Firstly, we would like to shout out the College of Arts, Science and Technology, now known as University of Technology, UTech. They have made tremendous contributions to our society and we appreciate what they have done. We also want to recognize the school previously known as the CTC, Cultural Training Center, now called Edna Manley College of the Visual and Performing Arts, EMCVP. In 1957, Chief Minister of Jamaica Norman Manley introduced free education. During this time, the CTC was established as a private center under the Institution of Jamaica. Under the CTC, there were the schools of drama, dance, art, and music. The primary focus was the arts and how art and culture can develop human resources in the third world. In 1995, the separate schools of the Cultural Training Center, CTC, merged into one body with one mission, the Edna Manley College of the Visual and Performing Arts, under the Ministry of Education. What a journey it has been.
Indeed, Kay, what a journey it has been. Can you imagine? They started all the way from 1995 with only 64 students. And now we have the big Edna Manley College that we all love, and to be honest, we all want to attend. Named in honor of the beautiful sculptor Edna Manley, the university offers full-time, part-time, evening and vacation courses at both certificate and diploma level. Similar to CAST, they even offer programs specifically designed for future teachers of the arts. But we also must honor the journey of VDTI, the Vocational Development Training Institution. Originally established to provide in-service training to professionals, VDTI became the solution to a much bigger problem. You see, the new secondary school had a lack of teachers for the vocational areas. Thus, VDTI was chosen to advance the skills of these professionals and in only 2 years equip them to teach in schools. They offer training in areas of trade like electrics, automotive, metal, building construction, and wood trades. We thank you, VDTI, for stepping in to meet the demand for vocational teachers. Keep up the excellent work.
That's right. But we also wish to give commendations to JSA, Jamaica School of Agriculture, now called CASE, which stands for College of Agricultural Science and Education. By simply adding a teacher training program in 1974, JSA provided teachers for agricultural science and household science.
And you know, it's amazing how just by implementing an evening school, they increased their student population in the first year. But let's not get too excited because JSA suffered an incredible blow to their core. There was a team from Florida that came to evaluate the school, and they just could not keep up to the standards. This caused them to shut down in 1981. All their students had to instead attend Paisley Garden Secondary School.
Fortunately, with the resurrection of agricultural education, Paisley Garden established what we now call the case in 1983. 14 of the pioneer students were former students of JSA. If they could overcome much, so can you.
That is so true, Kay. But we have to move right along. And next, we want to pay homage to the G.C. Foster College of Physical Education. G.C. Foster was named in honor of Gerald Claude Eugene Foster. He was a Jamaican sportsman who excelled at sprinting, cricket, tennis, and later became a well-known athletics coach and cricket umpire. Kay, tell us a little more about G.C. Foster.
The G.C. Foster College of Physical Education was built under a joint Cuban-Jamaican agreement in 1980. In addition to training teachers of physical education, it also trains coaches for the Ministry of Youth and Community Development. Entry qualifications are similar to those of Teachers College. Students in physical education are supplemented with minor courses in geography, English language, mathematics, biology, and integrated science.
The G.C. Foster College of Physical Education and Sport produces world-class physical education teachers, coaches, massage therapists, fitness instructors, and recreational professionals. G.C. Foster College, the college of choice.
Big up to you, G.C. Foster, and thank you so much for the outstanding teachers that you have produced and the great impact you have made on the athletic life of many Jamaican students. Now I know that our time is finishing, but we cannot fail to mention community colleges. There was a time when it seemed like everybody from A-level schools was just failing and failing. Their curriculum was narrow and the products of these schools just did not meet the standard. This led to a deep search into the structure of sixth form at the time. After thorough investigations, Working Party of 1974 recommended pre-vocational and vocational courses and the broadening of the curriculum to teach more general subjects. Community colleges became a better alternative for many students. Knox College and Excelsior College were the first community colleges developed under World Bank programs.
I can only imagine the competition between high schools with sixth forms and these new fresh community colleges. Additionally, these two colleges, as well as Brownstown and Montego Bay College, offered full-time and part-time studies in business, library studies, communication, leadership, and even engineering.
Wow. Jamaica has really been improving. No, all is not perfect, but the improvement is obvious, and we want to celebrate the small steps that our schools have made. Lastly, we give a huge shout out to UWI, formerly known as University College of West Indies. This university became independent in 1962. Here we see a photo of their very first graduates, making West Indian history. With all the expansions and development, they also saw the need and value for teachers and so they restructured their entire teacher education program to what we know it as today.
That is amazing. From UTech to Edna to GC Foster to UII, we love and appreciate the progress these schools have made in their skills training departments. Yes, we do, and we are grateful that community colleges and institutions like VDTI have risen past their challenges in order to meet the needs of the nation and the demands for teachers. Indeed, these universities have valued education and taught us that we too can make it through our circumstances. Thank you.